doing? Geek Corner, thanks for the follow off stream about 10 hours ago. Appreciate that. I am, full disclosure, I have had a Long Island iced tea of my own making, and I loved every second of it, but it's a Long Island. And of course, my chair decides to give out on me just at the exact moment I go to put my phone off to the side. So this is going to be a real casual stream. We're getting back into a game that I haven't played since last time I played it on stream. I think I'm probably going to start a new game because no. Let's see where we left off. This is not the run where I made it to the surface. I know that much. Because that was an awful. That was great, but that was awful. So, yeah, I guess let's just see where we left off. Oh yeah, and I'm probably gonna have to move that actually, right? Nope, it won't let me do that. Oh no, all the behind the scenes stuff that you don't normally see. Whatever. Come on. Really? Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go out to our layout menu. We're gonna go to here. We're gonna save those changes. We're gonna go here. And I'm gonna hide that part. Nope, not the entire thing. Just all of that crap. Well, I guess that. Is that better? We can even make it a bit smaller. There. How's that? Okay. Sorry, still working out some kinks. Like I said, it's a real chill evening. I didn't have the best of days. Started out really good, but it wasn't the best of days. Am I still live? Please tell me I'm live. Yeah, we're still live. There we go. How we doing? See if I can check this out. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with this. So, let's see. So I'm trying to build something there. Let's up my brightness a bit because I can't hardly see anything. Trying to build there. Oh. We're 15% stress. What am I low on? Am I low on water? Not really low on water. Oh, polluted oxygen. Oh. I might start over just because I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Real chill stream. Really chill stream. We're gonna do survival though. I'd rather not die right off the bat. Get to see my desktop for a quick flash. So we don't want destructive. I also don't want binge eater. Fine with vomiter. Decreased strength but gains warning attribute bonuses. Ooh. That's handy. Don't like germ resistance. Ugly crier. I'm good with both of those. The Hip Pit, Messy Dimension, Space Station, the Lunar Brigade, Acropolis, the Ironic Timeline, the Data Committee, Utopia, Phlegm Coated. Yeah, we'll do that one. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. I know I'm small and full of terrors. Oh, man. Oh, okay, good. I was about to be very worried. Is that all sand? That's all sand. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so where's our nearest food? Looks like our nearest food's going to be here. So we're going to do this. I don't want to dig it up. We'll do that. I think we'll do that. Yep, and we're going to do tile. Like this. We'll do that. Gotta remember all my hotkeys for the game because I haven't played it in a while. I know I'm cutting all this off at the moment, so I should probably do that. How are you doing? It's been a hot second. It hasn't. It's only been a week now. I'm gonna be in the mode of like I haven't done this in a while for the next few streams, I'm sure. If you're wondering what this is, it's sound foam because the pop guard for this microphone wasn't particularly good. I can't find a direction or a position for this microphone. Sorry. I can't find a position for this microphone where it's off screen that it looks good. Could put it like right there so you can still kind of see me. Maybe. Can you still hear me okay? I don't trust it. My microphone has been kind of quiet lately, so I don't trust it. I'm gonna leave it right here. Alright, so we need to build furniture. And that means that we're going to put... That's not where I wanted that. I'm gonna put cot there, cot there, cot there. shine bug's gonna be a problem for the first night, but that's okay. Gonna end up flashing my desktop again real quick, but I don't know what else to do at the moment. Can I do options, graphics? Ah, that's gonna do a title bar. I guess not. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just show me what I want to see. Alright, well. Alright, cool. So the other thing I want to do is put that there, because if this for some reason overflows or anything like that, is that going to be a problem? Select research, and I think the best one to start with is basic farming. Whoops. How we doing, chat? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Playing some oxygen not included, just relaxing. Just enjoying ourselves at my creaky desk. I'm gonna dig this out a little bit. I think this will be my ladder column for a little bit. So I'll add on to that. Right now I'm just trying to get farming in place so that I've got a place to put people's food. Okay. So I'm going to put tile there. Pitcher pump there. Yeah, there we go. Once we get research done, oh, we're so close. I'll build a composter here so that we get some soil. And then my plan is to have, oh, that water's glitchy. That water is glitchy. We're gonna do this here. I think. I gotta see how tall those need to be. I don't remember how tall the planting pots have to be. Or the plant, the planter, yeah, planter box. I don't remember how tall those get with like muck or with millwood. Yeah. Cool. So research dictates now that we are done with that. We're gonna do once we get power, I want to be able to light the way. Then I think these go up 2 total, right? Yeah, they go up 2 total. Now you may be thinking, well, what do you think you're doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I think what I'm going to do is... Right? Is that what I want to do? Yes, instead of this here, I'll do a pneumatic door there. Well, that worked out nicely. And we'll have a pneumatic door here. Here. We're going to cancel that one and that one, and we're going to do a tile here and a pneumatic door there. And then we will carry that all the way over. Yes. Thanks again, The Geek Corner. Appreciate the follow. Off stream, even. The true fans, right? I'm going to extend this like that, actually, for now. Dug up. Yes. Dug up. I don't mind if there's... I gotta figure out what I want to do with everything. I'm thinking what I'll do... What do my germs look like? Yeah, that's pretty rough. I think I'll make my waste dump here. I think we'll do that. I know they're not going to be able to get to this yet. That's okay. I want to make sure that they have plenty of space for a sink when we get there. And then plumbing, we're going to do odor rotate. We'll do that, and that should allow them to dump dirty water there. We're going to do ladder here, like that. No, I can't in good conscience do it that way. I need to do it like that. Yes. And I said that I would put a compost heap there. A ration box I don't need right away. Algae terrariums are good deals. We're going to want one here. We're going to want one probably there for now. And our next research topic will be, I think, lighting? Actually, employment. Because despite the fact that I don't like the employment research topic, I think at some point it's necessary for the game. I gotta fix a cable, and it's gonna bump the camera, so I apologize. There we go. Okay, only mildly frustrating. Like every one of my streams. Do I only have... Oh, it's because I haven't uprooted those. Let's see what's here. I will take the fire seals. can we potentially mop all of that stuff up? That would be lovely. Nosh bean. Okay. Okay, I see what you're... Is that what this is up here? Oh, okay, so they're just decorum. Well, I'm going to have to go on a quest. I want all of this raw, like metal and stuff like that. That's polluted water, which is good. I'm gonna have to grab that mealwood up there, but it's almost done. That's 97%. Yeah, I'm going to need a couple of algae terraria. Terraria. Yes, the game. Once I get lighting, what I'll end up doing, like interior decorating, I think it is, at the bottom. Yeah. I'll grab these ceiling lights and I'll put them in instead of what I was going to do. I would really prefer that these 6, and I would prefer that these be a 6 because this needs to be cleaned. 99%. And then once this blossoms the rest of the way, yeah, I know we don't have a ton of algae either. I am going to be checking back and forth on what my viewership looks like and stuff like that, just to make sure that I'm still live, make sure that my timer's still going. My dashboard, not my viewership. Although, my viewership is how I make sure that I am working with all y'all and talking to you. This one's only 35%, so I'm gonna uproot that. And this one's a bristle blossom, so we're gonna uproot that. I think that's a good use of my time. Oh yeah, wash basin, that's what I forgot to put over there. Crap. You know what I can do? I can deconstruct all of those. Do need to select. Yep, no seed available, which means I'm going to... Is that muckroot? It is. Okay, so there's more down there. It's slime. We're getting real close to slime territory. That's tough, that's tough, that's tough. I mean, my next spot up is going to be right into kind of the same thing. Research is not a strong priority at the moment, but Gossman just seems to be going for it, so I'm not overly upset about that. If you can't hear me, please let me know. I have a tendency to mumble when I'm thinking through things, so I do apologize. I do need more oxygen. What is the relative weight of oxygen as compared to CO2? I'm not positive. Oh, no kidding. Yes, we need a lot more oxygen. Wash basin. We're gonna make that a priority 7 to build. Gotta prevent those germs from coming in. Getting all around. Because y'all are gross. Yes. Alright, so these are this ladder. It's going to go up. We're going to dig out a big portion. You might be thinking, why would you do that? And if you're thinking that, you obviously have never played this game. Or you are much smarter than I am and have played this game much more than I have, which is entirely likely as well. Actually, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is move myself right there. How's that look? Yeah. I'm just a tiny little head. Yeah, I gotta have a water cooler. I think I'll probably put that. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Probably right there. I know, it's a lot of effort for one. Yeah, for one mealwood, but I am going. Whoa! Ah! That's real bad. Oh, that's why. That's frustrating. If you're just joining and you're wondering why I'm quiet, it's because I just lost one of my 3 duplicants and I just started this journey. She suffocated. Two are easier to feed. That is such garbage. It's so irritating. I didn't have enough time. You know what I need? I need advanced research before I do that. Go figure. I had a rough day. Not related to any kind of passing away or anything like that, thankfully. But had a rough day. I thought I'd play some games to relax. And I'm halfway decent at this game. But yes, just go figure. So annoying. But it is what it is, right? I mean, unfortunately, just like in everyday life, when something happens, curveball you don't expect happens, you just gotta take it and do your best, right? Like, that's all you can do. Man, it sucks though. Man. I do love this game. This game is so much fun. It's such an easy game to start. It's a very difficult game to be good at, and I think I'm okay at this game. I should revise my earlier statement. I think I'm okay at this game. I'm by no means phenomenal. Excuse me. I don't need a video on duplicate morale. I have screwed up duplicate morale more times than you could possibly tell me about duplicate morale. Well, at least they're doing better. Yeah, I figured as much. We also need to do this, which will involve dig that as well. I like that I've got a lot of abundant metal. That's chlorine and sand. Okay, I've got plenty of sand, which is good. I don't seem overly enthusiastic. I apologize. It is, 10 o'clock here. I just decided to have a little bit of fun after a little bit of a stressful day. Nothing awful. I mean, honestly, my day hasn't been awful by any means. It's been really, really darn good. So I don't know what I'm complaining about. My son. Sorry, I kicked the camera. My older son is a little bit of a handful right now. He's 2.5, and so he's learning what the world is. And jeez, I keep bumping the camera. And I have a hard time remembering that. So I don't know. It gets to me, and I'm trying to be better about being a better dad, being a better parent, and everything like that. It's just difficult. It's just difficult because I know how to handle the situation, but my brain doesn't handle the situation the way that I want it to. So I get super stressed out, and I shut down, and not in good or healthy ways by any stretch of the imagination. And my other son has been super clingy, so my wife has been pretty tired and pretty stressed out too, so. And he's 9 months old as of this coming Tuesday, actually. Dang, time flies. Yes, thank you. Wait, why are you doing it? Gossman, why? Okay, whatever. Downtime. Okay, so in one cycle I should be able to get a new duplicate, which would be lovely. Alright, bedtime. Yeah, I know the food isn't great, but... Oh, because you didn't get a break. I should adjust the schedule. We're gonna add a little extra time to that. Just so that they have... Yeah, that shine bug's gotta be wrangled, but I don't have... Yeah, they're gonna be pretty tired. The shine bug is interfering. Cool. Y'all are lovely. Insufficient. What? Okay, well, yes, I'll put one here. Do I have air force on this? No, I don't. That's okay, though. I appreciate that they're putting a bunch of time into research. I wish we were building our base out. Hello, Renyata. Renyata TV. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's new. Welcome to the world, Renyata TV, not just Renyata. Are you actually going to start streaming again? That would be sick. Heck yeah. Did you get your 3080 yet, or are they still booked out? Ah, yes, you did not get your 3080 yet. Sorry to hear, man. That's so frustrating that they sold out so quickly. Bummer, man. I don't know the amount of work that it takes to manufacture the cards. I can't imagine Nvidia's gonna be sold out, or whatever. Are you buying like Asus, or is it like, what's the manufacturer that you're looking at buying from, I suppose? We just chilling. Unrefrigerated food. Oh, that's because I don't have food to refrigerate. Or I don't have a refrigerator either. For the new 30 series, apparently. Oh, you're getting MSI. Good call. I'm a huge fan of the MSI manufacturing. Like every time I buy a product from MSI, I'm super pleased. Which is really funny because that didn't used to be the case. I used to have frustrations with MSI because they weren't Asus. I thought Asus was like king, and they were for a little while, but man, oh man, it's hard to argue with MSI's quality. That's what my laptop is that I'm gaming on right now. Yeah, military grade. Yeah, it's so dang good, man. New printables available. I need a new... Your vomiter, your destructive, your... Okay, can't research. Can't... I'm liking you, Ren. There you go. You're in the game. Yeah, so it's kind of similar to Fallout Shelter, but this one is way better. There's so much more complexity to this than Fallout Shelter. These are the people, this is Clay Entertainment, so these are the people that made Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together. And I don't know if they've made any other games. I'm sure they probably have, but I'm unfamiliar with them. This particular game, though, is one of my favorite survival games. It's super frustrating. I've already lost a duplicate, so I have a tasteful memorial for them, but it's such a good game because you can do so much. All of these different tiers get fleshed out. You have to deal with thermal stuff. You have to deal with gas pressurization. You have to deal with decontamination and germs and things like that. You have to make sure that they have food so they don't get sick from the food they're eating. You have to raise farms. Like, it's, I think, like post-apocalyptic survival. It's really, really cool. It's a really cool narrative, and the art style is just so beautiful. So it is for me. You can persistent, or you can keep your world. You can persist your world. But my problem is every time I go to play this game, I play it as a one-off for stream, and then I totally forget what I was doing and the complexities and trying to jump back in like 6 weeks after I played it. That always kills me. So yeah, I didn't play my other world in a while, since well before I moved. So I just start a new game every time. Don't tell anybody. It's you, me, the floorboards, and Twitch. So I mean, really, honestly, how many people could possibly know? But I do really enjoy the game. Now, I recommend, if you're into that sort of game, a resource management survival game, I recommend you pick it up too. It's a good time. Slowly getting more and more mealwood seeds. It is. There are a couple of tricks and things that you can learn. That shine bug, as much as I love it, it's keeping my people from sleeping. Also, technically, these aren't people; these are considered duplicates. I don't know the lore as much as I should, but I believe these are clones of people that are aboard a spaceship that are like cryogenically frozen or in some sort of deep sleep or something like that, and these duplicants are trying to dig their way to the surface of the asteroid they're on. They're not on a planet. So, and I don't even know if the originals are on a spaceship. I think they might even just be in a civilization elsewhere on the asteroid. I've only made it to the surface twice. It's not an easy trek. I haven't figured out migrating bases that well. But if you've only played Fallout Shelter, I would watch more of this game if I were you. Like, watch people play it more. Markiplier, actually, I know, big name and all that crap, but he actually does a couple of really great playthroughs of it. Has an entire series on it, which is what inspired me to pick it up. And what? Oh, yeah, I know that. I recommend you pick it up just because it is flippin' cool. It is such a good game, but only if you like this kind of genre. We're gonna do a research station there, power. Yeah, we'll do that. So I've just built batteries, a normal research station, and a super research station. Hey, Geek Corner! Now that you're on, I can officially thank you for checking out the stream, and thank you for following me earlier. I really appreciate that. I really recommend you pick up the game if you have any interest whatsoever in it, because it's just a good time. It's so easy to pick it up and then set it down, and then pick it up and set it down again. Now, I realize, oops, the symmetry's gonna kill me. I do realize I just said that I'd play it for like a night, and then I stopped playing it for a while. But if you've only played Shelter, this game is a lot more complicated than Fallout Shelter is. But that doesn't mean it's worse, it just means it's complicated. There's a lot of stuff to manage with this one. I appreciate that. I had to correct that issue. It was an issue, but you know what? You're on top of things. I appreciate that. Ren, you're eating? I mean, you can buy things and eat at the same time. I do it all the time. It's called an unhealthy obsession with shopping, also known as addiction. I mean, come on. Anybody watching, anybody checking out the stream, please feel free to follow Renyata TV or the Geek Corner, or both. Both make great content. Both are a blast to watch. So, ideally, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be digging up here. I don't have to worry, I guess, as much about all of this here. Probably don't need this yet. It looks really scary to pick this game up initially, because it can be, but it's just such a lovely game. And there's a bit of a learning curve, not gonna lie. But it is worth it. And I'm gonna say that like a billion times more because I just love it so much. It's so endearing. It's also really sad. Like, I was heartbroken when one of my duplicants died. One of my first 3 died, and I'm like, how? Like, how? I've never lost a duplicant that early on. Like, even when I first started playing the game. But anyway, so what's cool about the game is there are these biomes. So you get like the slime, which has like germs in it. You get algae and clay and stuff like that, and all these raw resources. And you get ways to refine them, and you build bases on your way somewhere. Generally speaking, you can head in any direction and eventually get to the surface. But in order to get to the surface, you're in the vast vacuum of space, and there are vacuumous pockets like this, where it says vacuum, where there's no oxygen and stuff like that. So you have to spend your time accordingly and intentionally to manage all your resources here, avoid pockets that are going to suck all your vacuum out, or all of your oxygen and stuff out, and feed all your duplicants, and get to the surface, and then exploration. Because I was moving my foot, I apologize. Because once you get to the surface, that's not the end of the game. You can apparently build spaceships and rockets and stuff and go on missions, and I've not gotten that far. So I don't know if this is going to be a regular, or the world that I keep my regularity with, where I just keep like building off of this and I play more frequently so that I can keep up with it. I don't know if I'll be able to stream at all if I do it that way, but maybe. It depends on what my school workload looks like and what my wife says. Ooh. Skills. Renyata. Yeah, I'm good with that. Oh, whoops. Skills. And Renyata gets his hat. Heck yeah. Good job, Ren. Improved Tinkerman. Heck yeah. And our next printing pod, or our next print of a duplicate, I will name Jocelyn. Or, yeah, you can take me later. Only if you ask nicely. Or would you rather I name it Geek Corner? I think I might name it Geek Corner just to keep with the theme of usernames. Perfect. I won't get that for another cycle and a half, which is, I don't know, it's not cycles. Think of it like souls, I guess, like SOLs. Because, like, it's not an Earth day, but it's basically a day and a half. Also, the other beauty of this game is it's not super graphically intensive. You'll see a couple of like loading pieces here and there, but the game runs so stably. Even when it was in alpha, it ran super stable. It's so worth the money. There's something about the survival aspect of a game. It's what made me initially fall in love with like Fallout 3, was this super bleak unknown. What am I gonna find? What am I gonna die to? But what I prefer about this is, rather than respawning, you actually have a permanent loss of that particular duplicate. It sounds really morbid and dark to say, but there's that permanence. There's a heavier loss when you don't just regenerate or recuperate. You have that visceral like loss, because you'll never have that one duplicate back, because you can invest these skills, these priorities, every little thing. You can keep track of their vitals. I mean, down to their stress components and things like that. And when you lose one, it feels almost like you're losing. I don't want to say like a family member, because I don't think I take it that far. But I would say, like, if I had fish, it would be kind of like that. Like this almost like selfish. This selfish guilt from being responsible for this person, and now they are. Or this individual, and now they are no longer, right? There's that finality to it. So I don't know. It's just me rambling, but Jocelyn, you are an absolutely wonderful fish. I'm glad you understand. Be the best fish you can be. But, and for also, roll for persuasion. You don't flush fish. Do you eat it? No, you don't eat them either. I guess you do flush fish. I've never owned a fish, really. It's just the closest I could compare. I had hamsters. And that was really sad when I lost my hamsters. Lost them, and they died. I didn't just lose them like, oh, Mom, I can't find the hamster anymore. There's a whole lot of cropping of questions that could pop out of that one. Yeah, I don't have an advanced researcher yet. I know that. Depending on who my next printing pod buddy is, we'll go from there. Hopefully, we can get an advanced researcher. I'm gonna have to move this down here pretty soon. So you construct that. Move it down to there. This. No. I need to do that. This all needs to be dug out, and then I need to put a ladder down. How's the volume, by the way? Can you hear me over the game pretty well? What's in my ears? Like, I can hear everything that y'all can hear, but I can't tell, like, what the levels are on the stream and everything. That was one thing that I really, really appreciated about when I tried Facebook gaming, was there was, like, a triage area, so I could, like, test all of my stream stuff as though I was live. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's despite the overarching stress of doom and destruction, this game is so relaxing. Despite the parts where it's not relaxing, it's so relaxing. Yeah, we're gonna need this stuff up here taken care of. I can't believe I used to like turn on music from like Pretzel for over top of this game. It was in such poor taste. I think it was because I was nervous about getting copyright struck, because I wasn't sure what the rules were on Twitch when I first started. That, and I think I just wanted to overcomplicate the process. Because if you know me, you know I like complexity. And I always build these stupid floors too short to go over the printing pod. So this becomes some grandiose, like, entryway, like some sort of foyer or some sort of, like, atrium. Like, I don't think there are birds. I don't think there are birds in this game. I'm gonna take my headphones off, because it's warm in my office at the moment. But, like, I don't think there are birds in this game. But I could totally see there being birds. Like, I could totally put birds in an atrium and just, you know, do something like this. And now it's closed off, right? I'm gonna leave it like that. It's gonna be like a priority, like, 3. That's the other thing, is you have to manage the priorities of all of your duplicates. It's so frustrating, but it's so good. Hey, we can look at duplicates. So there's a key here. I don't need fertilizer, thankfully, because I have a compost heap next to my porta potty, which I will be upgrading to an actual lavatory at some point. I don't want destructive, because once their stress level gets too high, and it will, because it's super easy for it to, then they start breaking all of the stuff that's productive to the mission. So they'll break batteries, they'll break generators, they'll break literally anything they can. They'll break toilets. So, destructive, not great. Destructive, not great. Joshua, Ugly crier. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Geek Corner. Any problem whatsoever with Joshua being renamed to the Geek Corner, or would you prefer I chose the Ellie template or the Nisbet template? I'm looking over here because this is where I've got my chat and stuff squared away. I've also got it over here, but it's hidden behind the light. Go for it? Okay. So the Geek Corner is going to be our lovely new duplicate. Ah, welcome to the world. Welcome to the phlegm-coated cosmos. Ha, it just barely wraps. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see. Better run. You're not going to be able to sleep. There we go. Geek Corner. That way it doesn't text wrap in all my menus and things. And then we're actually going to go to skills. And Geek Corner. Improved strength. Heck yeah. Improved strength. Tidying is super useful. However, and that's what apparently you find interesting. However, I need an advanced researcher. So we're going to help you be even smarter than you already are. And then, once the necessary jobs are done, we'll move you over to what you truly love to do, which is apparently sweeping and tidying. Let's go. Heck yeah. Get yoked out of your mind with brains? How do you get yoked out of your mind with brains? Insufficient oxygen generation. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna have to bump. So, it's just gonna have to be the way it is. Seat available. Growth halters for organization. Oh, hey, yo, you need to be cleaned like bad. We're gonna have to remove your bodies. Okay, so what we're gonna do. It's not gonna be, you know what, I'm gonna put the tile there because the symmetry is gonna kill me. But I'm going to deconstruct that, and then we're going to plummet in, plummet. Like that. Dang. And we'll bump this up to a 6 priority. Because we need toilets, apparently. I was totally okay being a Neanderthal. But some people, Ren, wanted toilets. The other thing that helps when you get familiar with the game is all the keyboard shortcuts, so you don't have to click through the UI all the time. Like, everything has a keyboard shortcut in red and square brackets after the title. It's I'm already that way anyway. Like, everything I do on the computer is keyboard shortcut after macro after keyboard shortcut. So it's I love that they did that. I don't think the game would be as fun without that, honestly, because it would be so obtrusive to have to click through every little thing in the UI. But it's also really nice because you have the option to go through the UI for the game. Cool. We're going to have to deconstruct that. Deconstruct that and that. We're going to replace them with some airflow tiles. We're also going to deconstruct that. So we can move Alright, yeah, and we're gonna have to put some algae terrariums. Terraria? Terrariums? I don't know what the plural of terrarium is. But it's something. It's definitely something. You're suffocating down there. This is exactly, no, like, no joke, this is exactly how this duplicate died. Catalina died because she was helping to dig this out, and she found a way to entomb herself. Not entirely, because in the game you can have an entomb condition, where, like, their head gets, like, a tile built around them, because they're doing something, and another duplicant will, like, build a tile right where their head is, and, like, entomb their skull, in cement, which is awful. Oh, don't you dare go to the bathroom right there. Keep corner. Don't soil yourself, please. Please, please, please. Hurry. Hurry, go use the bathroom. Please. Run. Please. Why? Go use the bathroom. Ah! No! Why are none of the bathrooms getting used? What's wrong with them? Why are they out of order? What? Why are they out of order? I don't I do have the game paused, but I don't understand why are the toilets out of order? What do you need? A colony that eats together excretes together. Heck yeah. You know it, buddy. What? Do they need water? Oh no. Oh no, this is a problem. Okay. So the problem that I've got here, if you don't know the game, is if they go to do this, if they go to fix this pitcher pump, the problem is they will go over here and work on building it, and they will crap themselves into the clean water. But it's okay over here, because over here it's easy to mop up. Down here it's fine because I can turn this. This is a sewage basin. So basically they're building all of these walls out so that we can filter that back into our water supply. And that's why vomiters are not a bad thing to have. Instead of just ugly criers or what have you, because the jerks. The only problem was just that they weren't clean. It's fine. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. If you have vomiters, you can stress out all of your duplicants to the max, to 100%. If they're vomiters, they vomit and they produce water. I don't know if they fixed the bug where it gave you the exact same amount of water as they consumed. So you could just mop up their vomit and then cycle it back through the system so they had clean drinking water before they added the filtration update. This is so bad. This is so gross, but it's so good. This is a really clever way to let people be crazy. Geniuses? Drinking your own vomit? Genius? Ah, it's above my pay grade. So what was I doing? Oh, those need to be a priority 6, I think. I need some monumental airflow. Some monumental airflow. Eventually there will be ventilation, because I'll have a gas vent go here, and I'll probably turn something like this area over here into like an oxygen airlock. I really should. Do something like that. Actually, I need to start building up relatively soon, but I don't really have a choice. Gossman, get up there. These airflow tiles are really nice. Fun tips for the game. They're really nice because they actually let air through the entirety of the space, whereas these regular tiles block airflow. So if you're trying to fill up your entire base with oxygen, it won't have to go through doors when they open or close or what have you. And the physics in this game are nuts. Plumbing and ventilation. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll put a gas pump like right here. And then gas piping through here. And yes, in case you're wondering, this gets complicated because there are multiple overlays. So I'm in the power overlay currently. There's all of these right here are overlays, so you can actually see like germs and things building up. Those need to be disinfected something fierce. That is disgusting. Skills. Gossman went up, so you're going to go to super hard digging, and Lindsay, you're going to bump up to bedside manner, so you are now doctoring. +2 to medicine. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask. Like I said, I'm not phenomenal at the game, but I thoroughly enjoy it. Wait, do you... Yes, you excrete solid coal as a byproduct. So, what's cool is you keep these hatches around. Normally, hatches like people would kill, but you can, when you get further down the power route, where'd it go? Right there. You can get a coal generator. And a coal generator is great because it just takes the excrement of a hatch and there we go. Pump that gorgeous oxygen. It takes the excrement of a hatch and turns it into energy, so we don't have to have people running on the hamster wheels, which is lovely. Because apparently people don't like hamster wheels. Yeah, I'm working on it. Still require digging. Hard digging. Okay. What is that? Granite. We're building up our meal lice inventory, which is really, really nice. That's our food source. It is a disgusting food source. That's not what I want to do. It is a disgusting food source. But it is a food source nonetheless. copy settings. Oh, I have plenty of seeds. I don't need a new duplicate, but we'll grab the pips. Or the pip. Pufflet would be ideal in like 15 cycles, because I should have in 15 to 25 cycles I should have everything I need to refine that down into algae so that I can use it for oxygen. By the way, thank you all for joining and checking out the stream. I really appreciate it. I tend to play this game as just one big like base builder. It's not how you're supposed to play it. You're supposed to play it with an actual attempt at surviving and furthering your game. Yeah, it's meant to be a chill stream today. It's been a parenting chore day. The boys have been a little bit of a handful the last week or so. I'm not entirely sure why. We think Eli, our older 1 or 2.5-year-old, is feeling neglected because of his brother, and his brother we think is just super clingy because I don't know. He's 9 months old as of this coming Tuesday, so gas gun overbridge. Okay, so deconstruct that. No, I'm not. Cancel. Really super dull. But what's our priority? It's really nice to just have a chill stream. Yes, Geek Corner. If you are still watching and still paying attention, if not, I appreciate you watching. But if you're watching still and paying attention, Renyata is another person that would be looking to play Among Us with us. I think we're going to get Doc Brooklyn, Nahash, Josh here. I think our friend Gabe. Among Us is so good. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I'm really excited to play it. I haven't even booted it up on my PC. I have it installed, but I haven't booted it up on the computer. I won't absolutely hate it. I love Mafia. I love Trouble in Terrorist Town. I love those kinds of games. I love lying to people, especially those I care about, as long as it gains me fame and fortune in the tabletop and internet gaming communities. So it's a win-win-win-win-win. It's like playing Phyrexians. Like, there is no in between. You're either all in or you're not. Regardless, everybody hates you. It's only like $5. It's like $5.29 or something like that on Steam. It's so good for that. Where are we at with research? Okay. Elish Norm? Elish Norm. I feel like I should know that. Um, why do I know that? Yes, that's why I know it. I know like that much about Phyrexians, and I've heard that name. I've heard Elish Norn like in passing. Phyrexian is rude. Hoping they bring it back, but rude. Infect mechanic is rude. Die in a fire. But only when you're playing against it. It's fantastic when you're playing it. Can we please get these taken care of? And then, for the love of all that is French bread, please just clean this up. You don't think they'd bring back Infect? Just the Phyrexian? I mean, a reprint, at minimum, of Phyrexians would be really, really nice. I think the community would love that. I mean, for crying out loud, I saw a post that was a Tree Fitty joke that Wizards of the Coast put out because they made a Loch Ness monster, essentially. I think they called it like the Lochmere Serpent. Yeah, it's exactly 3 effects and exactly 50 words in the description text. It's a Tree Fitty joke. I am convinced it is a god damn it, Loch Ness monster. Yeah, I guess that's true. And it does tend to be broken, especially when you talk about like EDH and commander damage. I think that could probably be adjusted. I don't think that's like Infect's issue though. I think that's just the format of EDH with the commander damage and stuff like that. I think that because of the life point total difference and everything like that, the format of the game is not conducive to Infect. I mean, you could bring back Infect and then just ban Infect from as a mechanic from Commander if you wanted to. Oh geez, yeah, commander damage is such a chintzy rule. But as I'm sure you'll probably hear in passing from a couple of people, I am not one for house rules. I don't like house rules. I think that they are very rarely anything short of cheating. So I try to avoid anything that could be considered cheating, if at all possible. So house rules are pretty much out whenever I'm playing a game. I like the plain old vanilla game. Who made a mess? Or is that just the one that I had? Let that be locked up if at all possible. Thank you, Gossman. Is it though? Because didn't Wizards of the Coast release EDH, or I can never remember which one they started calling it. I think the community called it like EDH, and then they took over with Commander or something like that. I can't remember which one it is. But I mean, if the game itself is a house rule, that's fine. It's when you start making exceptions to... I'm pretty sure... I could be wrong. Yeah, magic.wizards.com, commander format. Yeah, because it was community created. It was community created, and then they adopted it and called it something else. Really? I didn't know that. I thought that they just took whatever the rules were published for it from like homebrew and just said, hey, this is mine now. Like the community said, hey, look, we made this. Oh, you made that. That's great, community. That's lovely. Community walks away and Wizards of the Coast is like, huh, they made this. They made this. I made this. I made this. I didn't know that. The more you know. I mean, Wizards should support them. Wizards is making so much money off of the EDH ring. It's basically just a racket. I don't play a whole lot of Commander. I have one Obsidian Ghost console, Orzhov Commander deck that I built from scratch. Otherwise, I have a pre-con that I don't remember my Commander off the top. I've only played that one twice. I like just playing casual. I mean, I guess that kind of breaks the whole house rule thing, but like all four of us kind of push for. I guess my house rule issues stem from like euchre house rules and things like that. I'm not a big fan of those. They tend to be super game breaking and they tend to screw one person over. But if it's an even playing field, I don't really mind. If it's an even playing field that everybody can agree on, then cool. Like, I have no problem with that. It's when people are like, oh, well, we're gonna screw the dealer, and oh, hey, well, it's my turn now because I feel like it. That's when I start to like draw the line. My only problem with like standard, and I could be wrong on this too because I'm learning all kinds of new things, so please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But my problem with standard is like the card rotation. What you're allowed to play based on what like tournament rules are for standard, things like that. I don't want more duplicates because that always brings some money. That's why you like it? Interesting. I guess that's fair. That it does kind of force you to be current like all the time. Do you find that it gets expensive to invest in it then? Like continually? Having to buy like new packs and things like that to refresh your decks? Or do you... I guess you only need like 3 packs really. Oh yeah. But I guess you are the one that has like an entire like pirate's chest worth of like minis and D&D things, so yeah, cracking packs, man, it is an addiction. If you haven't, I don't know if you'll enjoy it, but I'm a huge fan of Moist Critical on Twitch and on YouTube as Penguins0, like PEGUINZ0. And he just got into unboxing Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he swears he doesn't have an addiction, but we all know that cracking packs is an addiction. Yeah, you should check him out. He's super vulgar. I don't know if your exact sense of humor, but my only issue with like Yu-Gi-Oh cards is I don't remember how to play the game. I used to be super into playing it back when like Slifer Sky Dragon and like Winged Dragon of Ra were the god cards that were introduced in Yu-Gi-Oh GX, I think. Like that's when I stopped watching. But back when like I liked back when like Karibo, everybody was looking for Karibo and everybody was trying to get their hands on Pot of Greed, and like I don't understand all the new cards and some of the releases. I'm just like, why would you play that? Like, have you no soul? Have you no dignity? But then I turn around and look at like cards from Wizards of the Coast, like Stuffy Doll. Like it's also an explosive if you're a Final Fantasy fan. Food shortage? Wait, what? Oh. Food shortage. Duel of the Roses on PS2 was such a weird take on Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know that I'm familiar with that one. I do remember I used to have like the legit dual disc and the Chaos dual disc. But I don't actually... I shouldn't be... Fair enough. That caught me off guard. That was phenomenal. Crap, I'm in a bad spot here. Where do my priorities lie? I think I have all my... Okay. Oh, that's why that's not getting taken care of. That's fine. As much as I would like to have decontamination, I think I need my light sources. And I need to prioritize that and that. Actually, prioritize that. I mean, again, like, I come from the Pot of Greed days, and I got out of it, like, right as, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was ending its, like, second season or something like that. Because I just lost interest in the anime, and the anime was, like, the whole reason I was, like, buying cards and keeping current with it. And I never thought I'd get into Magic the Gathering because I thought it was too complicated, and then freaking my brother-in-law introduced me to my newest addiction, which is Magic the Gathering, and playing it specifically. Not just, like, cracking packs and collecting. Research complete. Okay. Let's look at these bad boy oatmeals here. Let's do that, 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 that. So the lights should boost the production of each of those. Power, wire. Okay. If you liked SimCity, that would be a good comparison. If you liked SimCity, this game would probably treat you very well. You would probably really enjoy this game, actually. I can't guarantee that, but I have a fairly solid... There you go. There you go. You would probably then, Jocelyn, thoroughly enjoy this game. We're going to priority 7, that, across the board, this, and tie it all into the mainframe. I mean, that's really all this is. I mean, it's a little bit more granular than SimCity is, but you're essentially making the city from the insides of the buildings outward. It's more of a micro scale rather than a macro scale, but I love this game so much. It surprised me when it came out because I didn't hear anything out of play from it because I wasn't paying attention. And then when I saw some gameplay of it, I was all about it. I was like, man, this looks really fun. This looks good. And how many hours do I have into this? I'm gonna end up like flashing my screen. I have over 60 hours into this. Sim Tower. I don't know anything about that one. I've been so out of touch with games. There we go. Grow my beauties. I've been so out of touch with games in the last like year or two. Is Sim Tower like a newer one, or is that just one I've never heard of? Because I'm totally willing to consider myself dumb. Where are you? Crap. Where are our germs? Oh, we're not too bad. Slime lung. Die in a fire. Oh, well, that would explain it. I was born in '94. And so Sim Tower, I was still on dial-up internet, as most people were, if not everybody. I can't remember when dial-up or when broadband became a thing, but we didn't really get the advertisements from companies and stuff for their games like that. Excuses. I mean, born in '94, I think that's a good excuse. Like, oh, this game came out in like 94, 95. Like, yeah, probably didn't hear about it. I was probably milking goats. Actually, no, I didn't start milking goats until I was like 5, I think. 5 or 6. Maybe a little older than that. My memory from back then ain't so good anymore. Yeah, I know there are long commutes. I can't do much about that, though. It will, these little notifications up in the upper left will actually tell you how to improve your your civilization a little bit better. Oh, I don't have a research topic. I need to get back on that. 'Cause I need decontamination. And we're gonna bump you up to a 7 and you back down to a 5 for now. This game would prove to be very difficult for you if you are not so great or if you do not enjoy prioritizing things, because it is always handling the next crisis in as calm and as collected of a way as you possibly can so that the fewest number of duplicants die. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for participating. I really appreciate it. I hope you sleep well and you have a great evening. Prioritizing has its ups and downs, right? It has its 1 through 9s. But I think in general, if you do it right, you don't have to focus so much on the prioritization in the game. Like, if you do it right, you can hack your way around it, so to speak, because a lot of the duplicants will just automatically do things, because you can blanket priorities like, oh, food is always going to be an issue, we're going to set that to a 5, but then everything else is ancillary, and we're going to set that to like a 2. But then the things that become real issues, you can bump up to a 7 or an 8, 9 if it's like next to emergency, and then you can always throw like a red alert, like toggle your red alert on for serious issues. For instance, the fact that I have absolutely no energy. I mean, that's just because I don't sleep well at night, but that's beside the point. So I have 6 tons of consumable ore there. Big core would be good to put in there. So there. I'm working on that food shortage, trust me. I really do. There is also, Jocelyn, if you are seriously looking at buying the game, there is a casual mode rather than a survival mode, where you still have to worry about dying, but it's by no means anywhere near as prevalent as it is in this one. I am playing the survival mode currently. Let's prioritize the heck out of this stuff here. I mean, if it's all about permanence, then yeah, more power to you. Have you played Dark Souls at all? I feel like that's a game that you would go. Yeah, you streamed Dark Souls. You totally streamed Dark Souls, didn't you? Or was it Bloodborne? So I actually heard about Demon Souls before the Dark Souls franchise, and I got into playing a demo of that, and I just about cried. Dark Souls is a bit much for my blood. But I do then turn around and play Risk of Rain 2. So maybe I'd be totally into it. Do I need another duplicate? No. Storage, which I think I'm going to put there. the roller coaster. I mean, anything worth doing is frustrating, right? Wait. How's our research going? Very cool. I've been super into the God of War series fairly recently. When they announced that they were making God of War, but the fourth one that came out a few years ago, I was all about it. I went back and I played the trilogy again, and then I played that one because I heard that it was going to be incredible. I was super excited. And then I found out just a couple days ago that they announced God of War Ragnarok. And oh man, am I hyped. Like they teased it. They teased it. They didn't even show anything. And it got me going, man. My wife is a huge Final Fantasy fan, much higher of a fan than I am. And I like the series, but I don't know anything about it. I don't know the lore that well. I just enjoy the gameplay, especially of the remake of Final Fantasy VII. But I found out that they're releasing Final Fantasy VII Part 2 of the remaster or the remake on PlayStation 5. And I immediately struck a deal with her that we're getting the starvation. What? Why? I immediately told her that we are getting the PS5, and when she said, "Why is that?" I said, "Because the new Final Fantasy is on." She said, "Well, yeah, we have to." And I said, "Great, the all-digital version is $400, and we're also getting my God of War game when it comes out next year." And she didn't have a problem with that. So we just like spending money. Have you played the first part of the Final Fantasy VII, or are you talking about just a new Final Fantasy coming out? I've been a PC gamer for so long. Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably grab that. I'm sure she'll be all about that. If you haven't played the remake of 7, I didn't get all the way through the original of 7, so I might be a little bit of a heathen here, but I thoroughly enjoyed, and I haven't beaten it yet. My wife is on me about beating it, but I'm not super far away from the end. I'm probably 5/8 of the way through the game. And 7 was good. The remake, I would argue, is, at least it was for me, was mind-blowing because they updated the game, the combat system. The world feels super good. They added a little bit more, I think, to some of the story and some of the backstory and stuff. So it feels a little bit more fleshed out. So it's just a lovely game with a really complex story to it, which makes it even better. Makes it feel real. Research, where are we at? 19 out of 20. Hurry up. Yes! Geek Corner, you finished out our decontamination research, and I love you. Because that means that I can put decontamination all over the flipping place. Deodorizer. Deodorizer. Deodorizers. Deodorizer. 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 These things are great. And then we'll also put one there and one there. They take sand, they take a filtration medium, and then they clean all this polluted oxygen into clean oxygen, which is lovely. Makes my life so much easier, so I don't have to worry about people getting sick from breathing, which is what happens in real life. Okay, so we do have to worry about heat. How are we on heat? Not that one, this one. Okay, you're toasty. Not awful, but toasty. You're toasty. Ooh, you're... Oh! We're gonna have to start building the NCAA town. Okay. We're going up to temperature modulation next. I really do. This might become my. No, I want. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what I'll do. I think probably what's going to happen. Forgot about that. That uses a lot of water though. Probably what I'll do is I will. Yeah, make some cute little steps here. And we'll do this. We'll do this. And then, actually, we're gonna put those there like that. And I think, actually, this is all going to be, I'm going to insulate the heck out of this room. So, we're going to make it a little bit taller over here with insulated tile as we go. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's fine, that's fine. We're getting a little bit low on food, which means I'm probably gonna have to start another farm up here. And again, I do end up playing this game more as a base building game rather than like a survival game where I'm trying to make it to the top, which is why I end up starting a new game like all the time. But that's okay because I thoroughly enjoy playing it that way. And it's got to be all about how you enjoy playing the game, right? Because otherwise, why are you playing it? That. I'm gonna do ventilation. We'll go. Whoops, nope. Cancel. Ventilation. Whoop, huh? Up here. My atrium. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the atrium. It doesn't do any good. It's just space. Space. I built that wrong. No, I don't care. Food. Plant your box. There. Built that wrong too. It's too long. Okay. It is what it is. We will survive. Hey. You get a bonus to your plant production. Why that one? Of all of the ones that could have been built, why that one? Okay, power. I think I'm going to run you guys off of your own powerhouse. Tile, like that. There, and there are going to be batteries in here. And a main generator. Some wire. Food shortage. I'm sure the problem is not really my problem at the moment, though. Probably gonna And yes, I am aware of the heat. I'm aware of what's coming here. So we're going to actually, once our research is done... You know what? I haven't been looking at skill points. Researching. Ren is going to be in operating. We got a colony achievement. Oh, lovely. Have at least one toilet in the colony and a bed before every for every duplicant. And use duplicant skill points to buy out an entire branch of the skill tree. Heck yeah. Which one? Okay. You need a new hat. I'll probably end the stream right around 11:45ish. We'll get to a good place. Maybe we'll get to have a cold generator. I doubt it, but who knows? I'll take the L. This was super impromptu. I hadn't even really planned on streaming today or tonight. I ended up having some homework, got that knocked out, and then the wife and I just kind of wanted to decompress in our own ways, so we're both like, hey, we're gonna do this thing. She's gonna work on her art studio, try to get it set up the way she wants it, and at least to a certain degree. And I decided after homework I would just do some streaming. So yeah. Also, if you like the content, if you liked the stream, beyond the fact that it's just super relaxed, feel free to share. I would appreciate it. The path to affiliate is not an easy one, despite what they say affiliate is compared to partner. Partner's super hard to get, and affiliate's super hard to get. So it is not. Oh yeah, it's not easy, or it's not hard to get affiliate. Like, it seems super attainable, but when your voice is shouting into the void, it can be really, really hard to get that voice over the other voices shouting in the void. Yeah, 85% of streamers have less than 5 viewers. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I've been, not lately, I haven't been as consistent because of reasons, but I've streamed so much. I think I've got over a year of streaming under my belt. Not daily, but weekly. Yeah, it was weekly streaming. I was doing one stream per week for over a year, and then I decided to go back to school. So, and in that entire time, the most I ever had at one time, the most viewers I ever had was 7 viewers, and I think it was during a Team Fortress 2 playthrough, which really surprised me, actually. Like, of all of them, why that one? But between that one and this game, yeah, I mean, I figured that the algorithm would appreciate consistency above all else, but Twitch is a young platform, as it is, despite what people will say. I know it's a few years old, but it's a really young platform. So I don't know. There are a lot of kinks that need to be worked out, and there are a lot of people trying to be streamers, like full-time professional streamers. That's great. That's cool. But the more you flood the market with that, with just whatever. And I'm not saying I'm a great content creator. But the more you flood the market with creations, the more there is for competition, and that's great. And it's great, but it's hard to get your voice out there, and that's Oh, cool. I'm glad you're taking that advice. You should. Well, you should take my advice. It wasn't my advice, actually. It was advice that was handed to me by a friend of mine. Not that they were a content creator, but they were in advertising. They were in multimedia advertising, actually. And the more you shotgun your voice out, the more likely it is somebody will hear it. So, actually, that's why I also have an Instagram for Articulous TV, which great transition into a plug. Cool. I'm glad you appreciate it. I'm glad you looked at that. If you get an Instagram, and you set up a page for Twitter and a page for Facebook as well as Instagram, you can actually take your Instagram post and automatically share whatever you post on Instagram to each of those platforms. So you can actually share the same post across 3 platforms, only having to write it once. And it makes your life super easy. You can include a link to your stream if you're going live. You can include photos most of the time. Tags usually work across the platforms. Things like that. So I would recommend taking a look at that as well if you're interested in getting your name out there. Page on Instagram. Hey, you got to have that self-appreciation. You have to appreciate who you are as a person. You've come so far as a person. You've worked so hard. I mean, your biggest investment is you, right? So I don't understand why people are so against selfies. Like, man, you got to enjoy life. And if you're working hard on yourself and taking care of yourself, then you should be proud of it. Pro selfies. Hey, is that like you are pro selfies or you're a selfie pro? Dude, friends' faces are the best faces. You're a pro at taking your own selfies. You might not be a selfie pro, but you're your own pro selfie? How's that work? Oh. But I'm all about that uplifting message. I'm all for people realizing their potential, and I'm all for people getting recognition for working hard on themselves. There are so few people that get told that they're doing a great job. So, good job. Take care of yourself. You're the best you can be every day. And as long as you're trying to get better each day, you can't really complain about it. You're doing a good job. I also really like your content. I really enjoyed... The only stream I've really been able to tune into for any length of time was your Star Wars pod racing stream. And I found that thoroughly entertaining. I really did enjoy that. So I actually told a couple of friends about it. And like, oh man, I haven't played that game in years. That's what makes it fun. Like the nostalgia's there. It was a good time. It was a good time. Sebulba's a douche though. Sebulba's just a jerk. I don't think anybody was questioning. You should, like, find a niche doing early 2000s games. If you want a really good one to stream, I think, I don't know, honestly, what the viewership of it would be, but the Sly Cooper series, like, I know you can get the trilogy or whatever, or the original, like, the 3-pack of the first 3 or whatever, but Sly Cooper games were, like, my jam growing up, and I still love them. I still play through them because I love them so much, but you should do that. Dude, it's so much fun. You get to play a raccoon that steals things. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And the narrative is really great. And when you get into like the fourth game, Thieves in Time, it gets a little bit tropey and a little bit cheesy. But there's one point where Bentley, the brains of the operation, who's a turtle in a wheelchair, you're climbing through a sewer to perform a heist. And he says, "Man, I haven't been in these sewers since I was a teenager." And the first time I heard it, I didn't catch it, but I played it again probably about a year and a half ago. And my friend Evan, maybe it was longer ago than that, but my friend Evan's like, you didn't pick up on that? Like, I haven't been in these sewers since I was a teenager. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was like, oh, man. Yeah, I have to spell out the joke because I felt dumb. So I have to justify it to myself. I'm not dumb, but I can be kind of ignorant. Okay, where are we at? I need to dig up, but I'm afraid of that. Where are we at with our research? Oh, it's because I didn't prioritize that. Okay, priority numero... this? But it is a good series. I suggest checking that one out too. Shouldn't take you super long to play through it, honestly. Unless you want to be a completionist about it. I don't know how completionist you are, but I don't tend to be, except for in the first 3 games getting all the bottles, all the clue bottles. That's a fun one. I have nostalgia around that because my mom and I would stay up until like 2:30 in the morning trying to find all the stupid clue bottles, looking up internet guides. Back when you could look up internet guides and print them off. Your streams aren't very completionist. Well, perfect then. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about getting all the collectibles and selling all of the art stuff that you can collect. Oxalite. Travaldo. I love your name, Travaldo. Welcome aboard. Travaldo, you're going with that cot. Goofing around, seeing what happens. You know what? No, I think there's a really good point to that, because if you're goofing around and just seeing what happens, I mean, isn't that what we all were doing, sitting on the couch, like playing LAN party stuff, or just like player 1, player 2 controllers on the PlayStation? So, I mean, there's this huge, like, desire for that kind of thing because people are looking to relive that. So, and you're a lovely person to have a conversation with. So, exactly. Like, being a streamer, whether you're huge and successful and have hundreds of viewers or thousands of viewers or whatever, or you're just starting out, or you've got a small channel and you've been doing it for a while, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you're having fun. If it ends up paying at some point, great. But if you're having fun, that's... people appreciate that kind of... genuine nature. So, if you're just having fun, what does it matter, right? Like, sit down, goof off. The content doesn't have to be super important. So, yeah. I had fun goofing around and laughing at some of the ridiculousness of the pod races that you were in. It was great. Like the ridiculous turns you had to make and some of the explosions. It was a blast. So turns to the worst. Yeah. What was really crap was when it reset all of your stats on your pod that you had taken the time to work on. That was garbo. We're gonna do that one. What games are you looking at streaming next? Are you, I know you streamed earlier? What were you streaming? I got the notification, and I was watching my son, and I lurked for a little while. You were playing Fall Guys with Chance. That's what it was. That's a game we could play together sometime. I picked up Fall Guys not too long ago, and I think Josh has it too. So if you ever wanted to do a collab, I'd be down. Not to push it on you or anything like that. Totally your choice. I can take no for an answer as well. Okay, we're rocking out on food now. Okay. We need to work on filtration as well. So that'll be... Yeah, because here's all the stuff that I can learn. But then you also have rocketry, which is this entire beast. Working on Final Fantasy 9. So I think that's the one that's my wife's favorite, was 9. Do multiplayer game with Chance every Sunday, and then once a week I do Champions and Earth. Hold on. I think I just found that in a box of games of mine. Hold on. I definitely did not. I thought it was, but no, it's a very different game. We'll have to set it up. I don't plan a whole lot of my streams anymore just because I never know what I've got due. My teacher for mobile apps development right now is being kind of a jerk, and he's opening things up on Sunday that are due Monday night. And so I have to crank it out on Sunday, but I never know what the family's going to be doing. So if nothing else, I could probably drop in for a couple of hours and we could simul stream or whatever. I don't know if we'll do... Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll hit you up on Discord or something like that if you're cool with that. And I don't know. If anybody else is interested, I will likely upload this VOD to YouTube at something. So I'm looking... Jeez, where is it? Liquids. Yes, thank you. And also, maybe, well, I mean, we're going to collab on Among Us at some point, I'm sure. I just got to figure out who all is going to be playing. I need to have a full party for that because I feel like the 10-person is going to be the ideal way to do it. I think we can turn this off. I just don't like the idea of playing Among Us with randos. I feel like hopping on a Discord server or something like that would make it so much better. Yeah, and people you know too, I'm sure. I'm sure that helps quite a bit. Yeah, I'm not... I think that if there's like a public Discord server or something like that, it's probably there, but I know that there's a chat in the middle of like the meetings and things like that. Alright, I'm pretty sure there is. Oh, that research got done quick. So now we're going to... There are a couple of people I know that don't have computers that can run it, but I actually don't know. Does Among Us on Steam, can you install that on like a MacBook? Because my buddy Jimmy might be willing to play. Or is it like cross-compatible with the mobile or something like that? Because if it is, like that opens up a whole slew of possibilities. A whole slew of them. A whole flu, don't make it dumb. Hey Jude. A few people playing that way. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't know a ton about the game. I've seen a lot of play, but I don't know a whole lot of the setup for it as far as like how do you set up a game or whatever. So, yeah. It'll take some doing, but I'm sure we'll get it squared away. I'm sure we'll find plenty of people that want to play it. Yeah, I've played like Mafia and Trouble in Terrorist Town from Gary's Mod and stuff like that. So I know like the whole idea is to try to fool people into, yeah, it's to fool people into thinking you're a crewmate without being suspicious or whatever. And if you're an imposter, try to kill off the other crew members. And the crew members are trying to get all their tasks done or vote off, like Big Brother style, vote off anybody they think is an imposter. And if they get both of the imposters or the number of imposters off the ship, the crewmates win. Seems like it's a fairly even split with the 10, like the like 1 to 5 imposter to crewmate ratio. So I like the idea of having fair chances for people. Kind of autopiloting at this point because I'm not sure what else I want to do. I need to set you to 5. All of this can be 5. All of this stuff can be 5. 5. I do randomly burst out in the song, so I apologize if you don't like that, but beast me. That would be, as long as you keep it, as long as you keep your clean water clean. You don't have to worry about doing a liquid filter over for like contaminated liquids. What research just got completed? Oh, filtration. Waiting on distillation now. Make some grade A algae hooch. I don't think you actually can do that, but I'll tell you what. If you're ever willing to try some whiskey, let me know. I've got some recommendations. Got a little bit of a whiskey tooth in me. I would say, honestly, that 30 cycles is really solid. That's okay. I would never pressure anybody into alcohol. Just if it's something that, ooh, gin? Knowledge London Dry, then. That is my recommendation. It's a little bit pricier of a bottle. It's in the $40 range, I think. But it is absolutely delicious. It's very fragrant, but it's a mild tone gin. It mixes well, but it's also beautiful room temperature and neat. It's one of my more coveted gins that I have. Also, if you're interested, you can pick up some juniper berries, some dried juniper from Amazon for super cheap, and you can actually make some compound gin of your own. You can pick up a bottle of vodka and infuse it with juniper and some other botanicals like cinnamon sticks and things like that if you're interested. I never assigned you anything. We're going to give you farming. You are going to... okay, you need carrying. You... Gonna get that. You're gonna go up a hat, and you're going to go improve carrying, and you are going to go up to super duper hard digging. Also, if you're looking for a cheap gin, I drink New Amsterdam as a mixer or straight, depending on the day. I also really enjoy gin. But I've gotten into whiskey since like February, since like all the quarantine stuff. I went on keto and lost like 30 pounds or something like that, and I couldn't drink beer anymore, so I switched over to whiskey. And it's a Beefeater. Yeah, Beefeater is pretty solid for a go-to, a nice budget option. Yeah, Yeah, I weighed 252 when I started keto. Thank you. And I'm down to I hover, I mean water weight and stuff like that, and depending on if I have a full stomach or not, plus or minus 3 pounds, but I float right around 224, 225. And I was 262 last time, or the time before last that I went to the doctor and got weighed, so it felt so incredible when I went in to get measured for our friend Colin's wedding coming up. I had to get remeasured for our suits because I had lost so much weight. Lost 3 inches off my waist and went down 2 full jacket sizes. So, yeah. And if you're interested, whiskey is 0 sugar, 0 carb, or damn near it. So, hey, man. I've been working hard, or I had been working hard for quite a while. The problem is it gets pricey. My big issue with healthier lifestyles is they're so expensive. They're so expensive. But my wife and I are transitioning into eating rice again and some vegetables as replacement. So, yeah, it's so expensive. It's why obesity is such a big issue. One of the 2 issues with why obesity is so prevalent in American society. That and healthy food is not convenient. You have to make it yourself usually, or it's super duper expensive to eat at a healthy restaurant. That's also fairly responsive. But food takes care, food takes time. You almost always end up eating, when you're eating healthy, eating stuff you made like the night before after you got out of work or something like that. But if you take the time, it's so worth it. It's so good. We actually found out that we like keto pizza that my wife makes. She found a recipe for keto pizza crust that's really close to 0 carb. I think it's actually like 1 or 1.5 carbs per serving. So good. Might be 3. I don't know. I haven't been on keto for the last month and a half or so. Anyway, it's 11:47. I think, honestly, that is a pretty solid place to be. I think that's a pretty solid place to leave it off. I really appreciate you coming out. I really appreciate you checking out the stream. Thank you to the Geek Corner for the follow. Thank you for participating and chatting with me tonight, keeping me company. And I hope I will see you back on the stream. Hopefully we can collaborate soon. Thank you to Renyata for also participating and watching the stream for a little while. I really appreciate the support. And if you enjoyed the content, please feel free to share it. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course here on Twitch and YouTube, actually. So if you're interested in seeing VODs or programming information or programming tutorials, I have those up on YouTube as well. Yeah, if I get a chance to stream here in the next week, I bet you anything it'll be like Fall Guys or maybe Tooth and Tail again. I don't know if that was a weird one. Some Russian rat game. Thank you, Geek Corner. Thanks for the conversation. It was a blast. Have a good evening, and I really hope that I'll see you on the stream again. Have a good one.